Alright, so we have the new part right here. We have a separate comparison video if you want to see it, but we're going to install it right now. In fact, all that's required is that we just pop it in. We should hear a noticeable pop, and we just got to get in there, and we should be able to not spin it freely. If it's locked in place, if it's installed correctly, then it shouldn't be able to spin. Now it's going to be a bit difficult to actually get it in there, so you might need two people to like push this back while you get it in there, but I'm going to try my best and we'll see what happens when I'm by myself. So remember, this side is the side that goes in. This side's got a little chunk on it, similar to this. It's not this side that the spindle nut goes on, and you can tell that because there's threads on it. So I'm going to take this out because we're not going to use this one. We're going to use the original one. Okay. And if you remember, when we took it out, it went in this triangular crevice. Okay, and let me pull this back. Let me just sort of feel for it. Okay. And now I'm gonna just pop it in. There we go. Huh. So now let's try to spin it. Oh, looks like it can spin. But it's very hard to. Let me look from under. Yep, it looks like there's a little bit of a gap, so we're gonna try to push it in further. Okay, so I've done CV axle jobs before, but it's been quite a long time. So there is still a bit of a gap. There's like an 1/8 to a 1/4 inch gap between the back of the axle and the transmission. So I'm a bit worried because when I took the CV axle out, it felt like there wasn't as much of a gap. It was kind of hard to get the pry bar between it. So I'm a bit concerned. I'm still going to continue the installation, but I want you guys to know that I'm a bit unsure on if it's seated properly. My idea is that once we get everything fully back in place, it will work itself out. It will be secure once we have this back position back in the right place and then screwed back on. So we're going to continue. Now what we're going to do is we're going to finagle this into this center piece, and after that's, and we want to make sure that it's aligned properly, and then we'll hand thread on the nut just a bit, and then we'll put on the bottom nuts. Okay, so let's give it a try. So I'll have to aim this to the right. And push this through. So it's not exactly aligned in the center. And you're gonna want to do it until it pops out, because it should pop out. We'll try to turn it. Oh yeah, there we go. So you have to turn this a bit to the side, and also this will extend a bit to come out. All right, so it looks like it's pretty centered. So what I'm gonna do is take that original spindle nut and just a tiny bit put it on. This is just so that we have it aligned in the right place for us to insert the lower arm control bolts or nuts. Okay, so my dad usually, he tells me he never puts the spindle nut on until after the bottom's already on. But in fact, we're gonna have to take this off anyway, because I realized that my ball joint at the bottom is not actually where I need it to be. So I'm gonna take this off anyway. We need that flap to go above it because the threads face down, so they need to go on top into the holes, so it has to be on top. So let's see. Okay, so to get this in place, we have to push this control arm down. It's spring loaded, but it's actually not too difficult. So now want to push that arm down, and then position this. How do I get it to go back? All right, so my dad helped me out a bit. All I had to do was push on the rotor right here. It literally popped into place. So once I got it on that left bolt, I gave it a bit of a love tap to get it angled into the right position for the ball joint to get fixed in the right place. So now I'll put my 17mm bolts back on, screw it in, and then we can continue over here. All right, so it looks like everything is in its proper place. Oh, okay. So now I'll just put on those bottom bolts, sorry, those bottom nuts, and then we'll put the spindle nut on. Okay. So I believe these are torqued to about 47 foot-pounds. All right, so now we're going to torque it. If you have a torque bench, just a manual torque wrench that works, we have an electric one. If you're interested in this tool, we actually have a video on it. We've had it for quite a long time, but it's electronic, so it's pretty cool. Okay. So I'll just do one, and then I'll tighten the rest of them off camera. All right, let's do it. Huh, that's weird. Usually, it's usually like a beep, 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 and then a beep. Huh, that's pretty fast. And that's because it's only 47 foot-pounds. It's pretty easy to get there. All right, so for all intents and purposes for this video, we're done. Because the last step is to put the axle nut on and torque it. But we actually can't do that until the car is on the ground, because the tire has to be on so that you can torque this nut. So we're going to do the passenger side first, so go check out that video if you're interested, before we lower the car. And we're also going to do a separate video on how to torque the axle nut. For now, that's going to be it for this video. I'm Aiman, thanks for watching. Please like, comment, subscribe, and look at the videos on Aiman, especially the videos on auto repair, and I'll see you in the next video. And that's going to be it. I'm Aiman, and signing out. Peace.